just as I have said before, this is not an apology nor an excuse. I went into the presidency midterm. No offense intended, but the battle cry of bottoms up really ate most of the project for the year. Ang naiwan lang sa akin po ay maintenance and operation. So that is why yung pumutok, we never expected that the number of addicts would turn out to be hundreds of thousands of surrenderies. And I was really helpless. I could not get the money from the other departments and use it for a purpose of another department because I said that would be stealing from Paul to pay Peter. So I endured in spite of my explanation, I endured the crucifixion. Sa bagay, dalawa lamang kami ni Kristo dito ang dumaan ng ganon. So I just swallowed it. Well, I do not have the money. I cannot steal, but for one kindred soul, actually. Let me just mention him in passing, because he has my endearing love and gratitude. He was a Chinese guy, Huang Huslum. He came here one afternoon. He shook my hands and said that he's going to build us a rehab. But I thought that it could be something like the 200, 300 facility. But while it was under construction, I was asking people from that area, sa Fort Magsaysay, and they said that, Mayor, it's huge, very big. So eventually it turned out that it was good for 10,000 people. A beautiful place in a beautiful facility. So, come after another, Mega World and the rest of the guys, the Chinese Federation, and Ramon Ang also promised to put up a 2 billion facility, or another one maybe sa Mindanao. Ang Visayas lang ang medyo wala pang, well, it is not really clear to me if somebody really with determination to build one. So, and after the construction, he passed by here, shook my hand, went out. I never heard from him again. Sabi ko, so the last minute benevolence of one human being in this world really help us. Itong budget na next year meron. But ang problema ko is I do not have the time. It was given to us late. I would have wanted also to spend another billion. I would like to, I hope it can be done. Military naman yan sila. John Delfin Lorenzana sa Department of Defense. I would like to another 1 billion to be spent for the food for all during Christmas season. And I have declared unilateral ceasefire beginning today until the 27th. There will be a ceasefire. And I am asking all enemies of the state, revolutionaries, except the criminals, they can go down to the urban areas. They should go home to their families, for I know that they have not seen their children for many years now. They're free to move around, go around, unhampered, unbridled, no threats of arrest. Even if they are known or unknown, sabi ko, including the Muslim insurgents, the MI and MN. I'd like to sabi ko sa inyo, libre kayong bumaba at may order ako sa aking Panao na the police and the military and the CAFGOs and all shall refrain arresting anybody. We will observe Christmas in peace. Now, for those in the mountains, I'd like the military again to open their camps on Christmas Day. I'm sure there's enough time. I will not give fresh, because lulutuin pa. And in the mountains, they have to cook it during overnight. And sometimes the danger of the sanitation is sometimes compromised. Yung yung mga canned goods na masasarap. Alam mo, this is not really to offend anybody. Pero yung mga lumad, yung talagang nasa hinterlands, you seldom see. Ang pinakamasarap sa kanila, maniwala ka, yung udong pati sardinas. Yan ang pinaka-lechon nila. Yung lechon, hindi masyado, pero yung udong mixed with the sardines, yun ang hinahabol nila. So not much really. But if I have 1 billion and still time to distribute it, or otherwise, we put off to just before New Year, sa 30. Pero gusto ko yung, in my city sa Davao, walang problema because there's a lugaw station. There's a porridge in the corners of the city where you can eat. Yung ginagawa nila dyan sa Cubao, gano'n. So, nobody goes hungry really in Davao because there's always the food. And shredded chicken or fish, but it's food, it's carbo and protein. So, yan ho ang ano ko sa, I am now urgently requesting the military to just open their camps, but of course they have to be frisk, baka magdala ng bomba, and to invite everybody, all, pati si Hajeron, yung gustong mag-surrender. Kung gusto niya mag-surrender, baba na siya. Pero yung to be talking to them on a something like a peace talk, it's absolutely not. I do not talk to criminals. But for those who are wounded, I've heard that he is seriously wounded and would like to surrender. Kasi wala na. If he is really that disabled, as government, you have to show you have to lead the way of how to do it. So I welcome him and no problem. And he might want also to include his brothers and sisters so that we would have a lesser friction in Holo. We are targeting Holo as the first development province. Alam mo kasi sa totoo lang, kung if they feel that they have been left out. I hope you have this heard before, but what is really going on in Mindanao is not a rebellion of sorts. It's really a demoro nationalism because it is their country. There's no original Christian there. Pagdating ng Espanyol, 100 years before, Islam was already thriving in Mindanao. At the Spaniards, the Americans who went after because of the Spanish-American War, Spaniards lost, ceded the Philippines and other territories of the Imperial Spain, Guam, and part of Mexico noon. So, ito yan. It's a moral nationalism. Ang problema, it's really used to be territory. Ang problema, nahaluan ng religion ngayon. And it's the ISIS. And that is the one that we dread most in the coming days. As fast as they lose the land base in the Middle East, pag na-corner to at magsibatan, they scatter, they would hunker for that caliphate of Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and Philippines, where there are Muslims. Sana huwag sila maniwala dyan sa, because they do not have no specific purpose in waging a war against humanity. They are not waging a war against Americans or the rebels there, or they are waging a war against humanity simply by just killing people. Yan ang pinakadelikado. And that is where I sometimes develop a cold sweaty hands. Kasi kapag yan, buto-buto yan eh. It's not just a shooting war. They will just park a car there and blow up the whole place. Sana huwag magdating sa atin. It's a very cruel, very brutal war. And we'll just have to continue praying that they will be enlightened. Ako kaya ko. Hindi ko pwedeng madala ang Pilipinas. But it's just a matter of committing of suicide also. I also can do it. Pero ang Pilipinas hindi tayo pwede ng gano'n. Christians are not really that. It's not because vis-a-vis with the Islam. It's not an Islam thing. It is really the people drove to desperation by the dislocated people of Iraq, Libya, and Syria. Nawalaan ng daom. Kaya nagwala. So everybody is there anyway. That we have to watch. But we are in good hands with General Delfin Lorenzana. I was mayor for 23 years. He was, I think, assigned there in the 7th year of my putol-putol, first term. First term ko na. He brought in the Scout Rangers. And I said, we're okay. Ang mga tao naman ni Lisa Masa, nandito lang yan sa Manila, nagsisigaw. Wala masyadong armas. But if she goes there in the mountains also, bear a gun, that's good. That would be good. But sawa ng Diyos naman is Lisa is with government. Now mind you, ang gobyerno ko is really mixed. We have the communists there, the leftists, Lisa, Tigualo, they suffered imprisonment. Mariano went to jail during the martial law years. Ikaw, ma'am, Briones, lahat ng mga taga-UP, anak na pa, mga rebelde, kalaban natin. Balag ako itong sa UP, scrap ko itong panding dito. Paaralin mo, pagbalik, rebelde na, pati ikaw, kasahan ka. Klase ito. Well, because of their libertarian ambience there. And we understand. Wala akong problema dyan. I'm one of them. But in history ko naman sa buhay ko, well, that's another day for storytelling. So I'd like to thank you for your presence, and at least you have an idea of how if you would notice, it is really the education, the agriculture ang pinakamarami. So, maliit lang itong sa amin. The highlighted things are the ones that you should hear. It's really top-heavy sa social services. I said even advance 2 million. Kung walang mabili yung sila ngayon, at least this Christmas, yung resita, my order to Tigualo was to release all you have to go is to go to the nearest giver. Kasi yan, even the doctors of the PGH, yan ang kalbaryo nila. Sila na mismo mag-sell out ng pera nila, ma'am, kasi awa sila sa pasyente. But there's the one beyond. And for as long, mind you, I am ordering the closure of all online gaming. Lahat. Lahat. Walang silbi to. I ordered the arrest of Jack Lam. Ang lolo ko Lam, ha? Yan ang problema ko. Baka pinsan ito ng buang. My father is Chinese. Lam. From Macau yung lolo ko, hindi from ano. Alam mo, sinirahan ko because ganito ang ginagawa nila. I have the white paper written by somebody, but I'll make it public. Maybe nito. Yung online sa Pilipinas. Pero yung betting outside, wala tayong mechanism. And corruption alone, not government. Wala sa gobyerno. Yung mapunta lang dyan sa ma-appoint na PESA, yung PESA, he gets about 300 billion selling the umbrella type of license na he can do all the... Kung mabutit na lang, nalaman ko yan. So when I fired these two deputy commissioner of sa PESA. They were my fraternity brothers. Pati yung si Vit, brad namin, sabi ko, they have to go. But I've been looking for days and days na. Bigyan ninyo ako ng tao na mahirap talaga maghanap ng the proverbial Chinese guy holding a lamp going around town even on daylight. Why are you using that lamp? Because I'm going to look for an honest man. Hanggang wala ako maisip, sige ako tingin, kagabi pa kami nabong sino kaya. Kaya kung wala nang iba. But I ordered that all gaming, lahat should be rent in either with the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes. I placed them military men, si George, pati si Balutan sa Marine. Kasi naghanap ako ng marunong pumatay talaga. Nilagay ko sa bilibid. When they were about to chop the heads of 20 persons, sabi ko, umalis ka na muna dyan. Magsabay tayong dalawa sa prisuhan yan kung ganun. But I'm really looking for a man until now. Sunny should know about ikaw yung finance. But help me. He could be just an ordinary man. Basta barangay captain, because the temptation, I said, is just simply too great. The computation that yung mga PESA, they receive something like 300 billion at the end of the year. And you know what? Itong droga. Sige tayo hingi. Kunwari, aid, yan dito aid. Nakakaloko ang aid. But, Shabu, per hit is 200. The going rate noon sa dito sa town. After, that's about 6,000 per month. Times, wag yung aking 1 million, hindi ko pa sinali. 900 na ako ngayon. It will reach 1 million by the end of the year. So hindi ko pa sinali. Yung 3 million ito ng PDEA, that figure was given by Santiago before. So that's 200, that's 6,000 a month, times 3 million, that's about 18 billion. Yeah, 18 billion. 18 billion a month. In 1 year, that is 216 billion. Kaya para maintindihan ninyo ko, not only the loss of the money for food, the family, for the schooling of the children, for all expenses of a poor man, Pag tinamaan ang tatay, this becomes a dysfunctional family. Children, hindi na pag-aral, hindi na nakakakain ng tama. Then, maybe rape, beat the wife, because once you are addicted to shabu, paranoia takes over. Ever suspicious, at kinakaliwa siya ng asawa niya, binubugbog, nire-rape ang bata, pinapatay ang tatay, kasi ang nanay na niya ay tsurang demonyo. Somebody is whispering to kill them. Ang rape sa aming unang panahon, yung magaganda. Ito yung talagang babae. No, 6 years. I cannot mention the name. Pero nakita mo yung mga prominent, Ngayon, everybody is into it. A, B, C, D, E. And rape in itong mga, be careful of your children. Yan parte-parte. Wag age mga 16, 17, high school, college, magsabi magparte tapos umuwi ng bantay ka dyan yung mga ecstasy, mga Same diluted lang yan with some of the drugs. But it could be a combination of one, just like what happened in Pasay. 4 young innocent lives, 5, yung umiinom ng shabu mix with other. Literally, sabi ng autopsy, pumutok yung veins, pati arterial, yung sa puso, pumutok. So, it does not only behoves upon me. Kayo dapat talaga bantayan ninyo yung mga anak ninyo. Do not spoil children nowadays. Not because you do not love them, pero yung outright liberality, very liberal, mapunta ako. Saka yung magtulog-tulog siya. Uso yan eh. Sa amin, hindi yan pwede nga matulog ka sa ibang bahay. Hindi ka... Uso yan na makitulog, sleep in, sleep in. Do not allow to do that. Do not allow them. Kasi malaman, madidisgrasya yan. They are very active. They are very active. Everybody is there. Hindi pa ako humirit dyan sa itas, dito muna ako. Let me end this by saying, of course, we do not kill our own fellow men. Of course, it hurts to see a Filipino dying in front of you. Of course, it is despicable. But we are now, because if I add, I said I'd be nearing, I'll reach the million mark, so 4 million drug addicts in this country. It is not a problem of drugs. It is a crisis confronting the nation. And if nothing is done about it, this country will go to the dogs, just like the Latin American countries. You must realize that we are now in the narco-politic state. And whenever realized it, why? Well, in Davao City, as mayor, I was very strict because I knew the stakes. But I was not really aware of how widespread it was. It was only when I became mayor, president rather, ayaw kasi patawag ng president, just call me mayor. Nakukornihan ako dyan sa presidente. Totoo, really. Just address me. Baski sila mga cabinet member told them na, do not address me. It has not sunk and it will never sink. Kasi yung bunganga ko pang local lang. My language, maybe my grammar, just for local consumption. But 4 million is 4 million spread all throughout the country. And who are they? Mayors, governors, barangay captains, policemen. Pag hindi mo ito naagapan, kaya tama yung decision ko, sabi ko sa inyo, to Congress, do not call for an election now. Because they will win. If they can corrupt everybody, we have now the money laundering report. But I'm warning again, Central Bank for the second time. It was not until I bowled them at them during the NBI National Bureau of Investigation anniversary. I was there and I was told by the director na hanggang ngayon there's no report of this AMLA. You know, I'm going to charge all of you there criminally. I'll count 1 to 3, and if you don't resign, I will treat you as a drug addict. You know, you're contributing to the corruption of this country. You have reported to the NBI and submitted it very late, yet you do not have the assessment report. Kaya ako nilagay dyan mga, kayo nilagay dyan kasi may trabaho kayo. What about our money? We are paying you to do your job. If you cannot do your job, get out from that office because I'll transfer to the Bank of China. Mas marami yung pera doon. Wala yung pera ninyo. O Bank of America, when I get to shake the hands of Trump, I don't know how he would react to me. But you know, you guys there are all corrupt. Bantay kayo sa akin. I will bring you down. Titangko is about to retire. Better prepare there for. I'll give you a whack. You are all corrupt and serving master. You are not supposed to engage in politics. God damn. Kayo dyan, stop corruption. If you think that the pay there, central bank, despite of its vault full of money, and you're still hungry, umalis kayo dyan. I will not allow anybody. This is my campaign promise. There will be no corruption. And there will be no corruption. Only made 3 promises: no corruption, drugs because it is pulling our country down, and criminality. Economics. Marami economists dyan sa Congress, mamilang na. All, summa cum laude. Sonny Dominguez, valedictorian. Our Secretary of National Defense was a valedictorian in his high school days. I was told by Pastor Kiboloy, he was a classmate of Notre Dame, Cotabano. He was the valedictorian of his class in the PMA. Utak niyan. Kaya, sabi ko, walang corruption. Pag walang corruption. Sabi ko, let these 6 years of mine pass. Just give us a respite of a corrupt government for 6 years. After that, you can resume. Pero wag dito, because sabihin ko na lang sa inyo, I'm the type na ayaw mapahiya. I do not want to be humiliated. When I ask you, stop it. You stop it. Because if you humiliate me in front of my countrymen, despite of my promise, yayariin kita. I will. So yan. That's the story. was about to, I prepared about corruption, but I will just bore you also. I'm sure you'd like to know where your money went. So ganon yan. And there will be no corruption. Itong lahat sinasabi ko, itong papel na ito, kung gagastos sila ng lahat, gambling, one person, not the income. The income could run into maybe so many billions. Ito yung estimate na pupunta sa mga yung PESA, director ng... So hanggang ngayon, wala akong nilagay na tao. Since I became president, because I was worried about putting there somebody who's corrupt. Imagine, ganito yan eh. Ang gambling dito, taxable. But they are accepting bets outside of the country, which is not shown in whatever contrivance or gadget or computer. Malinis yun. So walang taxes yun. Ilang taon na lang ginamit. And Jack Lam was parlaying a permit she got from Cory Aquino's time. But at that time, it must have been reasonable. Tagal na yun. 1%. Ang ngayon lahat nababayad 10 siya 1. And he was talking to the people, to the press, as if everybody was in his pocket. That's why I ordered this arrest early morning. When I read the newspaper, because I get to read it late, busy in daytime, nabasa ko, tinawagan ako ng BSB ko, arrest the idiot. So what's the charge? Never mind the charge, I will invent one, just arrest him. Sir, but warrant, no? Warrant. Sabihin mo, ang warrant mo si Duterte, Mayor. I will think of one when he is in front of me. Wag ninyo, do not. If you are a lawbreaker, so I am. Dalawa na tayo. You will, because if you are a lawmaker, a law enforcer, pretty hard to arrest a lawbreaker. Be a lawbreaker first, then you'll catch another lawbreaker. Ganon sa Pilipinas. Ayaw ninyo? Sige, kayo ang bahala. Maraming salamat po.